Jackie approached me on a ride, and we kind of just decided that, you know, this might be something worth discussing. You know, strength training. You know, there's a lot of fear, little, you know, just uncertainty as far as getting into a gym or even getting started at home. So hopefully, you know, when I get through, you'll have a little better confidence and understanding as to why we need to do some strength training. And this is going to be geared for women. I'm basing a lot of this stuff on research that I've been following that's out there about women in perimenopause and menopause and what their recommendations are. Okay, so we're gonna dig into it, dive into it. I have this handout. We'll kind of go through this. I have a bunch of other stuff that I'm gonna be throwing at you guys. And feel free, you know, if you have questions, to ask me. Okay. Well, first, let me ask you guys: how many of you, on a regular basis, do some strength training?
What do you consider regular? Once a week? Is that regular enough?
Yeah, it's once a week. Okay, good. That's good to see. All right. And then most of you do it at home or in the gym or both?
Gym once a week, and then maybe a little bit more.
Okay. All right. That's good. So you guys already sound like you have a little bit of a foundation, which is great. All right. So why does strength training matter? Well, it improves power. And this is related to cycling. Power and climbing ability. It builds bone density and muscle mass. It enhances your balance and resilience, and reduces risk for overuse injuries. We heard our talk last week, and can you remember his name? Joe Black. He did a real great job on his talk. So there are a lot of benefits to strength training for injury prevention. So just as a top, just something to bring up. Women lose up to 10% of their muscle mass per decade after 30. Heavy resistance training is the single most powerful tool to reverse bone loss. Okay? And there's also new research that strength training also reduces dementia and cognitive decline. Okay? So there's a lot. Okay, so the first thing that we need to get into once we start strength training is learning the movement, okay? We gotta learn proper squat, hinge, push, pull, lunge, and carry patterns, okay? You want to get those down before you start really maximizing load, okay? And then I put on here, consider going to a trainer, getting a buddy. You know, those are all things that are gonna, maybe a mirror to kind of help you through it, okay? A lot of these that I have on here, the squat, hinge, push, pull, lunge, they're compound movements, okay? So they require a lot more stabilization and force. So you're not just doing a bicep curl, okay? You're doing something like a row where you're in this position. So you have to stabilize your core in order to do it. Same with squats, same with deadlifts, okay? So we gotta master the movement first, and that's what I'm hoping tonight. I have several exercises that we're going to go over, and we're going to go through proper technique. All right. So big research nowadays is lift heavy with good form, okay? You want to use weights that challenge you for 6 to 8 reps, okay? And you might be saying, well, what's that heavy weight? It's all relative to the individual, okay? What they usually stress is when you get to this point, reps in reserve, okay? Meaning you can knock out, say, 6 good efforts and know that you have 2 left that you could do. If you're able to go through 6 and you feel like, I could do 5 more, it's time to increase it. If you have struggled to get 6, then you may need to look at dropping down, okay? All right, so big thing, never sacrifice your form, okay? A lot of this research, they recommend free weights, kettlebells, that sort of thing, because they do require you to stabilize more in your musculature, okay? But, and I want to stress this, if you're just beginning, it's okay to use equipment, okay? If that's what it takes for you to get started, okay? 'Cause you can't just go at this and start with heavy weights and get going. You're asking for trouble, okay? So definitely it's okay to start on that kind of program where you're using equipment. Equipment. Okay, so what they say. So if you're new to this and you're starting to work with some free weights, give yourself 8 to 12 months, okay, to build up to heavier weights. Okay, you can't expect that, say today you're doing 5 pounds, that in a month you're going to be doing 20 or 25 pounds. Okay, it's going to take time, and it's going to take a lot of work on a weekly basis. Okay, and again, I just keep stressing this. If anything you get out of this class, it's learning proper form. Okay. And so here's the thing, if you build that foundation, that's what's going to give you the confidence and the skill set to work towards heavy lifting, okay? One of the biggest things is with menopause, there's, you have a decline in estrogen, okay? Estrogen, one of their main factors is responsible for lean muscle mass development. And heavy lifting causes more of a central nervous system response, build strength, versus muscular endurance. If you go out here and knock out 8 to 10 reps, you're building endurance. The fewer reps build strength. That strength is what's gonna put stress to those bones and cause, the bone to form and get stronger. Okay. All right. Build power gradually. Okay. So this is another thing. So with women, obviously we're more prone to being osteoporotic. A lot of research out these days stress the importance of adding jumps, hops, bounds, kettlebell swings, that sort of thing, to your weekly workout. Okay. So when you do this, you're going to start out low. Okay. And again, it's something else. Just like with strength training, you have to start easy, okay? You can't expect to go in here and do 20 squat jumps, squat jack jumps, whatever, and not come out, injured. So here's another thing. So when I say jumping, it doesn't have to necessarily be physically jumping yourself up off the ground, okay? You don't have to have that explosiveness. It could be just a matter of you standing here and coming up and landing hard on your heels, okay? Going through that a couple times during your day. That land hard, okay? So it could be hill rises. It could be where you're just on top of a small little step or a curve, and you're just kind of jumping down, okay? You can start that easy. I think they say about 10 minutes or so, maybe two or three times a week, okay?
Can I ask a question? So my question is, I see things online, of course, it says you should walk, or walking makes no difference. Does it or does it not? Is it making enough of an impact for your bones just to be walking?
It's not enough all by itself.
So I see some women walking with heavy weighted vests and stuff.
That would help, but it's still, it's that force, okay? So it's that pounding. And another thing with walking, it's one directional. So your body gets used to that. When you start doing multi-directional jumps, that kind of triggers your brain like, hey, something is different here, so I have to, kind of be ready for that. And that's what puts that stress and builds, keeps your bones stronger. Okay. So I'm glad you brought that up. And that, not to say stop walking. You need to keep walking, but add some of this other stuff to it. Okay. something I want to add with this whole power thing, you know, as you get into it, and if you wanting to try to challenge yourself to a different level, you can do HIIT training, where HIIT training is where you might do, say, 5 rounds of 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, where you're doing 80% of max, okay? Whether it might be jumping lunges, it could be jumping jacks, it could be, you know, jump squats, you know, just you have like your little circuit. So that's one thing. They recommend that at least once, maybe twice a week. And also sit training, which is, sprint interval training. And what you do there is you work hard for 30 seconds, 100% max. Then you give yourself 2 to 3 minutes of recovery, and then go back to it. So you may do about 4 to 6 reps. And this is something that you can do with cycling. If you've got a indoor trainer, get on your bike, get yourself well warmed up, and then get yourself to where you're doing 30 seconds max, as hard as you can, and then go easy for 2 minutes. Okay? So they're saying doing that at least once a week. Okay? Will help.
It could be strength training or just endurance?
Sprint interval training.
Yeah,
So you
but
can,
it's not actually strength.
no.
Okay.
And how's it different than HIIT?
HIIT is not your max. You're not giving
Okay.
your whole 100%.
80%.
You're doing 80%. So, and you're getting these little microbursts in between. And it's a bunch of different exercises. Okay. All right, so just remember, multi-directional force and impact is what's important for bone. Okay, so some of the cyclist-specific benefits of power is faster accelerations, improved hill climbing, better balance, reaction time, and greater confidence on the bike. Okay, here's another thing that's real important. Anytime you're getting yourself ready to do any kind of strength training, you need to warm up and prepare your body, okay? So they recommend dynamic mobility exercises, okay? And you're asking, well, what is that? Well, it could be various things. You could use your foam roller, okay? You can get down there and do a whole routine of rolling your quads, IT band, moving around. You can just do it, just a bunch of lots of movements and really work and work those muscles out. You can do your inner thigh. And I have a handout on the very back showing some different pictures. I'm not going to go into full detail, but this could be something that you could do as a warm-up, okay? Other things, you can get yourself a little resistance band and put this around your legs, okay? And then to warm your body up, you can do step outs, or you can just do side stepping, okay? You can do step backs, walking backwards, or just standing in place, okay, keeping your balance, okay, in all directions. You can go down and do squats, and just kind of move your body, okay? Swing your arms, okay? Anything to get your body prepped and ready.
So
You can go.
how long should you do that before you do any weights?
Probably 10 for 15 minutes. You can also do just some runners do this a lot, just leg swings. Okay? Just do some leg swings. Alright. You do glute bridges. So anything that kind of gets your body moving, get the blood flowing, and circulating. All right. I'm not going to talk a lot about this because I know Lisa's going to give her presentation, but You do have to fuel for your training. You want to avoid hard training when under fueled. You want to eat before intense sessions, and prioritize protein and carbohydrates before workouts, or around workouts or so. Okay, that's going to be real important. And then for injury prevention, you want to get 7 to 9 hours worth of sleep. You need to schedule recovery days. Okay, you can't expect your body to go through a routine day in, day out. Okay, so it could be a lighter, like maybe get on the bike, but it's just going to be more of an easier spin. Okay, or instead of going on the bike, it could be a day that you're going to just go for a walk. Okay, but you have to have your recovery days. Okay, so that's important, and then sleep is really it's a priority, 7 to 9. Okay, so once you start getting into this, you gotta progress slowly, okay? You only wanna increase one variable at a time. You either add weight, or volume, or intensity. You don't wanna mix all of them at the same time, okay? And if you need to allow your body or that connective tissue time to adapt, okay?
Okay,
Yeah.
difference between weight, volume, and intensity. I mean, I know what the words mean, but I mean, how is it applicable to this?
Well, so weight is obviously
Yeah,
how much
right.
weight you're lifting. Volume is like how often, how many reps are you doing? How many sets? Okay, you could be increasing those. Or intensity is, how hard are you going into it? Okay, are you putting a little more? Obviously you're going through, real slow and easy, or are you going to be doing, a faster pace? Okay. So, and that's, that may not be necessarily for strength training. It could be more like with your, your hit or something else of that sort. Okay. But yeah. All right, and then I just gave a sample weekly schedule. All right, so practical takeaways. Lift. They are recommending lifting heavy 2 to 3 times a week. Add power training, which is either your hit, sit, jumping type things 1 to 2 times a week. Prioritize recovery, and then you gotta stay consistent. Okay. Any questions with that? So I'm gonna get into the hands-on stuff. All right. So the second handout, we're gonna go over a squat, a deadlift, a lunge, rows, push-up, and farmer carries. Okay? Those are probably some of the big essential ones that are recommended, especially for bone density stuff. Okay, squats. I'm gonna use this chair just to show you the application. But, whoop, sorry. Squats. For all of these, you want to have your trunk core stabilized, okay? You want to have a neutral spine. You want to have your feet for a squat, shoulder width apart, okay? As you come down, you're going to lower, my butt is going back, okay? I'm not doing this number, okay? My butt is going to go back, my feet are shoulder width apart, and I'm going down, okay? And you don't want to get your knees over your toes, okay? So keep the butt back, and then that's where you're going to come up, okay? Again, keeping yourself upright and tall. If you have trouble going down, these chairs are a little low, but you could use a chair as a guide. You can go down, touch your butt to it, and then work on coming up. Okay, so that way you know you're getting your butt in the right position. Okay? So, let's try this. No weight. Let's all kind of work on the form. And okay, feet shoulder width apart. Okay, keep your spine nice and neutral.
Where are your
Okay,
toes supposed to be, in or out?
You can keep them in, but, I mean, there are some that, like a sumo squat, where you're gonna point them out, but for now, toes pointing forward. Okay, you're gonna work on lowering your butt back. Okay, come down. Okay, good, and then you're gonna work on coming up. I might have you try to practice with a chair.
Good. Say I don't do it right.
That's, we're all here
No, no, that's how I mean each other.
So we gotta look after
It's
each
all
other.
platform,
Yeah.
otherwise
Okay.
you hurt yourself.
So let's try it again, okay? I'm gonna watch Carrie real quick. So shoulders down the. Okay, better. That's better. Try to keep your back up a little bit straighter. Okay, you're kind of coming down more here. Okay, whereas keep this. Let the butt go down. Don't do this like you're taking a bow. Try one more time. Try one more time. Then come up. Ooh. That's how it should feel. I don't want to hurt you because. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go around just to see how a raised form looks like. Good.
Little sensitive. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm gonna try to win it. Yes, it's space around.
Okay. Good. And Jeanette, I'm pretty sure you probably have pretty good
Yeah.
form, 'cause yeah. So yeah, if you have trouble, it could be flexibility, maybe in the ankles, it could be your hips.
Or pain in the knee or something.
Yeah, yeah. So then, in that case, then just modify it. You don't have to go down as low, okay? Yeah, we'll go through all these, and then if you guys wanna, at the end, if you feel like you got it, then we can try adding a little weight to it. All right. So that's a squat. Deadlift. So that's gonna get your glutes and your hamstrings. This is gonna be a real important one. Okay. So the way you do a deadlift,
What do you need for a deadlift? What equipment? Like, what do you need for it? Is it something without anything or? Like
yeah, we're gonna
stuff?
do without for now, but you definitely wanna work towards having some kind of weight.
Are you gonna just demonstrate it without the weight?
Yeah, like we
Okay.
just did the
That-
squat. Yeah, so we'll go through all of them, and then afterwards, if you guys want to use the weights, then we'll try the
Okay.
weights. Okay, so with the deadlift, again, spine's gonna be neutral, okay? You're gonna keep this kind of forward posture, you're gonna lower down, so you're gonna have your dumbbells in front of you, okay? And then it's more of kind of like a hip thrust, and you're coming up, down, thrust, okay? So when you do this, you should feel it in the glutes, you should feel it in the hamstrings. Sometimes it's a little hard when you don't have actual weight in your hands to feel it.
So is it the same as a squat? So you lean forward more.
So you come down,
Oh.
and then you're using your
Just doing
glutes
a hip hinge.
and hips to kind of pull forward.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, try it again. Let me see. Yeah, and it's not, and yeah, you don't have to have it doesn't have to be a real major squat. You're just coming down, okay, keeping that back upright. Okay.
So you're picking up virtues.
Yeah, see, the compound motion, these are things like we do functionally day in, day out, okay? Okay, hold on. You're fine. Just try not, let's try, okay, go down. Yep, head up, yeah, good. good. Shoulders, and you don't want to have rounded back. Okay, you want your back. You're good. You're good. Good. And then you're gonna work on coming up. No rounding of the back.
There.
Not like that.
Oh, she comes up fast.
So Tricia, do you want us to put our weight in the heels?
Yes, weight in the
The
heels.
weight, okay, that, okay.
Weight in the
Sense.
heels.
I feel like snap, crackle, pop.
Yeah, just keep your hands down there. You want to keep the weight
Yes.
close to you, okay, as you do this. So,
Gotcha.
legs like this. Okay. Good. You got good form there, Timmy. Good, good. Yep. Good. Get your weight in the heels.
Like this.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I just said. What do you want?
Yeah, hold on. You got a little arch in your back. Try to tighten up your bottom a little bit. I mean, your abs. So firm it up. Try to keep this back flat.
Yeah, exactly. Even if
And as you do it, hold your head. Look forward.
Like,
Yep. And that's going to probably help you
like
keep
a
that
puppy.
spine a little bit straighter.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah. Dig.
Mm-hmm.
Keep good, Jackie. There.
Head up.
Yeah.
There you go. Now when you come up, you should, that's what you should
Yeah,
do.
flat. Flat tops.
Oh, an extra one. So is this the thing that people do with like kettlebells?
Kettlebells, they can use a straight bar.
That's what the garden thing is for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, straight bar. Yeah, you can practice that.
So if this were weighted, say it's 25 pounds or something,
Uh-huh.
we'd go. Like, I feel like a worm or something.
Because you know, like, the weight.
Yeah, it's hard when you,
So
because
does the
sometimes
weight,
it
okay.
does, yeah, but we gotta get the form and technique down.
Okay.
All right,
So
good,
hold
good job.
that.
Okay, okay, we're gonna work on a lunge. So this definitely works on more isolated single leg type strength and balance. So for a lunge, you're gonna step forward, okay? And it needs to be kind of a large step, okay? You're gonna come down. You don't wanna get this top knee in front of your toe. You wanna keep your back up straight. You don't wanna be doing this number. Okay, back straight, lower down. Okay? And then you're gonna work on coming up. So let's just try doing more of a static lunge where you're in one place.
So we're supposed to go all the way down, then?
If you can't go down all the way, go partially. Okay, back up straight. See if you can spread your legs out just a little bit further, and then really work on just your back. Just try to tighten up just a little bit more.
Thinking of all my energy I have just to get down and up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, keep that. You gotta keep that core nice and tight.
Straighten out a little bit.
Okay, let's see.
And the breathing.
Back, no, okay, wait. Back your leg up more. Step out.
My knees are like
That's
this.
all right.
Okay, back straight.
So that we inhale, exhale, it doesn't matter. Because I don't have my weights.
I feel like my pelvis moves every time I go down. You're saying the pelvis needs to be more front. You know what I mean? Like my back
you're
not
going
being
back.
straight, so the pelvis needs to be more facing forward.
Yeah.
Instead of throwing it back.
Facing it, yeah, facing forward, coming down. So there should be no
Feel it.
rotation.
But
Okay.
My core sucks.
Core is very vital to all of these, yes. Ooh, good, Carrie.
Oh, I did something.
That looks really good.
It's harder to do it
Yeah,
right.
she's going all the way down. Good
down,
job.
down, down.
Nice.
Oh,
I got this yoga teacher who's helping me.
All right. Everybody's looking great. Okay, now we're gonna do rows. So I mean, rows, gosh, we do this every day. I mean, when we pick up groceries, we're pulling them up, okay? So for this one, there's different ways you can do it. You can do it like, I mean, you can do it with two dumbbells in your hand. You can do it where you have one. So the more advanced way, again, keeping your back up straight. Okay, you're gonna be in this kind of pitch forward. You're gonna take these weights and you're gonna drive your elbows back towards your hips, like your back pockets. Okay? And then you're gonna come down. Okay? Now, you can't do both at the same time because your core may be a little weak. Then get yourself maybe a chair or something in front of you.
hold yourself. Fall.
Okay, keep your back straight, have the weight down, and drive it back. Okay, elbows gonna be up, close to your side. Okay?
So your feet are still shoulder length.
Uh-huh. Okay, come down kind of in a little squat, kind of pivot forward. Keep the back straight. You don't want to be arching your back like this. You want to keep it upright.
Is your weight on your toes or is it now still?
I still have a lot on my heels.
Where's it supposed to be?
I have it on my heels.
Okay.
So think about your biceps. You shouldn't be doing like a little bicep curl while you do it. Just drive those elbows back. Yes, and really when you bring it back, squeeze those shoulder blades. Yep, that looks good.
Is it still not?
Yeah, because.
I mean, it's
I feel like I've been doing that for 2 days.
So think
Put
about
about a long
it.
around the yard.
Yeah. Yes.
I think I already have. And really look up the
We've been a fire pit back home, just giving this stupid box.
What, you fill it over?
Want another one? It's an inflammation.
These are eights.
Five might work better than that next time. Shoulders. You can feel that.
Yep. Yep. Oh.
3.3.
I like that one. It's more like a full body,
Yeah,
your
I like-
shoulders,
yeah.
your arms, your legs, everything. I like that one.
Yeah, that's a really good one. I mean, everything that we do in front of us, okay? So the back of us gets real weak, so we need to incorporate more of our posterior chain here, okay? All right, the next one I have is a push-up, okay? Now, there's many, many ways of doing push-ups. First, so I'm gonna show you the ones on the floor, but there's also some that you can do more standing upright, okay? So if you have good core strength, you could just come down, keep yourself nice, flat, neutral, okay? You wanna keep your elbows kind of close to your side. You're gonna come down, and then you're gonna work on pushing back up, okay? Now, if you don't have that core strength, then do it on your knees, okay? Knees down. Again, keeping your elbows close to your side. You're gonna come down and then push back up.
I can do it on my knees, but.
So you want us to do tricep push-up?
Tricep push-ups.
Triceps.
And if that's hard, you can do push-ups like off of a wall.
For some reason, it's not like a core that gives, it's like my arms, when I do a full one, feel like, it's harder than if I have my knees down.
You think because
You're
you're
so
not
long.
working, Trisha, you think because you gotta work all extensors more?
Probably so, yeah. Then if you're having a hard time on the floor, you can get yourself, this is not a great wall, but you can work on coming down towards the wall and pushing away. And the whole entire time, you're gonna keep your core tight, so it's like in a straight line, okay? As you come down. All right, let's see.
What do you see? Okay. Really? Because I think maybe all of us might be
I
like.
think we just need to work on.
Yes.
Upper body strength. But maybe try it.
I think standing might be.
And then
no, but
then your core is weak.
Yes.
So maybe try maybe at the table over here. Just
Yeah.
because gravity plays. Yeah, that's much better form.
So now that gravity is imposed on us on the floor, and it's more difficult, right, as compared to being standing. That means this and what else? Maybe some arm strength. Oh. God,
Yeah, start there. Build up.
Okay.
Sure.
okay.
Okay, how's everybody else?
You know, when you're at the shower, taking the bathroom in the morning, just. Here you go, that's a good one, Jack.
Do it on your knees.
How is my back?
Oh, how is your back?
Sure.
Does it need to be straightened?
No, don't do that. Don't poke your butt up. Just keep it flat. then stop,
Yeah.
okay? Yeah, it's not worth pushing through it when you have a poor form, you're asking
But
for
this is
trouble.
okay.
Yes, that looks much
What about
better.
the elbows?
You're keeping
Like
them,
sometimes I pull them out, so we need to keep them closer to our body.
keep them closer to your body. Uh-huh. Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Wow.
That's what I need to do more in the mornings.
Hey, once a week, Jackie, you all got a good hair.
It's good to know. Thank you, Trish.
Carrie, you feel good about that one?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm sweating.
You know, you go to the gym and you do all these exercises, and nobody tells you like your butt's up or your.
Right.
You know, it's like, yeah.
I work out by myself in the morning, so I don't know, so that's the
Yeah.
part I use.
Yourself can't
I use
correct you.
that.
Right,
And you can feel yourself go wonky.
yeah.
I have a question.
If you do these, Jackie, you probably just need to do, no, if you do them like that,
Yeah.
probably do
Twice a
one
week.
at a time. Give yourself a little break and then try it again, because your form on your second and third kind of falls apart. Okay, so I would just,
That's why I'm saying.
yeah. No, that's okay, that's a start. I mean, you gotta start somewhere, okay?
Right.
So are you gonna show us maybe some core and some,
I can,
yeah?
yeah, I can show you some more stuff. All right, so we got push-ups. Okay,
So
it-
would planks benefit?
for sure,
You
for
know,
sure.
Okay.
Yep, just start incorporating some planks on a daily basis. Rolling.
And he was saying last week to do them on our elbow, like this, on our elbow, on our forearms. Is that your recommendation also?
Yes, but if you, again, if you can't hold that form, then drop down to your knees and do it. So, this is, you wanna get yourself
How long do you
straight.
hold that?
As long as you can.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
But if you get, no, but seriously, if you get bored, if this is getting boring, then, and you can hold it, say it for a minute, then start making it more challenging, okay? Or knee taps, okay? Or rotation. Yeah, that's knee taps. Okay? But before then, so see if you can come up in a plank with your knees. So again, tighten your belly, keep your back straight, don't poke your butt up, okay? Keep it level.
This is where a mirror really comes out. Can you be my mirror?
Oh, pickles, you look good. Carrie, that looks good.
I'm not doing four. I gotta do
Teacher is pushing me.
No.
She's a teacher, she's making me laugh.
Amy looks good. Amy looks good.
They've been doing this for a while.
Jeanette, you always have to.
Yoga.
Jackie looks good. Push up to that, come down. That's good.
That's phase 2.
Yeah, so I would incorporate some planks into your daily workout, okay?
Daily, weekly? Daily.
Daily if you can, but if not, then, you know, a couple times a week. I mean, obviously it's more than what you're doing now, so, I mean, anything's gonna be
Nicely said. That's outspoken. See, that's the other side of Tisha you guys didn't know, right?
But, I mean, yeah, so just
Yeah.
try to, you know, when you think about it, if you have, you know, 5 minutes or something, you know. If you're doing, like, you know, if you're doing a workout, you know, maybe do it towards the end of your workout before you stretch or something, okay, for your recovery.
Would that be something that would be good in that first 5 to 10 minutes you were talking
Oh,
about?
sure, you can do that,
Okay.
yeah. Anything that kind of gets those muscles kind of waking up and doing things, for sure. Okay? Okay, the last one I have on here is farmer carries. And that's something we do, you know, on a weekly basis, we pick up groceries. But the thing to think about when you do this, okay, this is gonna help with grip strength too, but again, you're gonna have your standing tall, shoulders back, okay? You're gonna keep yourself pretty still, okay? Be intentional when you walk, okay? If you start dipping to the side, then it's probably too much weight. You can, you don't have to do it with 2, you can do 1. But if you do it on 1, you gotta keep yourself balanced, okay? You don't wanna be drifting to that side, okay? And what I would do if you do these is find, like in a hallway, do it, you know, up and down maybe 4 times or something like that, 4 or 5 times. And
Is
this is,
that always supposed to be hitting the heel hard the way you were showing us earlier, or does that not matter?
not for this one. No, this one here is just carrying the load. So let's maybe get our weights and maybe we can just kind of do a little circle around this.
I saw a guy doing that carrying groceries out of the store one day. He was like, and I was like, oh, I can do that too.
Probably using all the muscles to keep them wet, all those groceries, yeah.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Keep the weight, keep them walking.
Yeah,
walking
all
on the
falling.
body, yeah.
So, let's see. So let's just kind of do it like a little circle around here, okay? So just kind of stand up tall, shoulders back. Okay? Yep.
And your weight's near your hips.
Yep, weights near
Well,
your
we
hips.
don't swing our arms.
Yeah, not swinging.
I like how you describe where to put our weight.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
She just ran straight on.
Oh.
Did she run in here? With those weights?
Good. Everybody looking good.
Amy, how long have you had those weights?
Her Andy's, and we had them before we started dating. We've been married nearly 30 years, so. So much need of weight.
Those are pretty cool.
Are you gonna have
And this
No.
one here is one that, you know, if you can keep your core tight, and stand tall and shoulders back, I mean, you can take some more weight, okay? This one here is meant to have some weight, but.
So this would be something to do at the beginning of the workout.
You can, there's no real right or wrong. Yeah,
That's a warm-up.
yeah, you can do it as a warm-up, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, good. And then, I'm just gonna, you know, if this gets kind of easy and you get kind of bored with it, you can work on trying to keep your
Yeah.
balance and bring your knee up, okay?
Oh. All of a sudden, our circle has gone slow. That's what you wanted us to do. Well, Jack is good. I wish you would kick my butt.
Just bring the leg up and place it down, you don't have to reach out. Get your form back.
I just got these yesterday. Oh, yeah?
Lift the leg, stand here. Good.
It's hard when you have your knees. Get that balance back here.
Used to make jokes that are not so
Yeah.
They give that, you have to really work them apart. So if anything, you know what I'm feeling? With my radialis.
Yes.
Dang!
So,
It's like, when did you start doing this?
alright.
I've got too slow.
That's the not here.
Everybody looks great.
You said one more? No. Yeah, because my arm's hurting.
Good. Now, is there, okay, so now you guys,
Sure.
are there any of these that you want to redo again? Or maybe try with your weight and just see how you do? If you feel like you have good form.
Maybe the lunge. Oh, that was graceful. Maybe the lunge. With the way.
Least favorite.
Now that we work on the. So, back here.
Spread it out just a little bit further. And keep that back straight. Bring that foot down. Yep. Yeah.
That's only because my brain remembered to pull myself up there. I know after the walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really did. Was wrong.
Proprioceptivity back there.
Yeah. Wow.
And then, so one thing I didn't touch base on, if you're finding that, you know, I don't know what I mentioned, but that your form is, you're having trouble with your form, most likely it could be too related to your flexibility. Okay, if you're tightening your hips, don't have that flexibility to where you can bend very well, maybe your hamstring or even your ankles. Okay, if you don't have good flexibility in your ankles, it's going to be hard for you to really go down and get your weight over your feet. You know, you might be more upright, but so spending time working on your flexibility. Okay. And then yoga is always a good way to do that. Okay. So like even for your warm up beforehand, you could do a couple of yoga moves. Okay. Do a couple of reps of different moves. Yeah, just yeah, before getting started. What other questions? Anything else? Anything you want me to watch somebody do something else again? I mean, I want you guys to come out here at least trying some of these. You know, whether you do it at home or at the gym, and not be afraid to do it or feel like kind of intimidated. I don't want you to feel that way.
So any kind of like extension exercises because we're always over our bike like this, to open up space.
I mean, there's
Work on
obviously there's
extension.
plenty of there's lots of exercises. I mean, this list is only a small proportion of what we've done.
But I mean, you know, just because we have this group and we, you know, have a limited time, can you show them maybe some dynamics with the extensors that you can do, the combination?
You can do bird dogs. You can do Supermans. So getting on your hands and knees and doing bird dog where you raise an arm up and extend the opposite leg up. Okay, keeping that. Again, this will be a good core one. So extending out, keeping that balance. Okay.
That feels good.
That's this.
Okay.
Good.
We need to have Woody build on an extension of this building, that's a
A workout.
A workout,
Oh,
stretch
Yes.
space,
yeah.
clinic space.
Yep.
Good, guys. That looks good. I'd say that would probably be a good one to add. You can also do just the opposite of that. So you're in this position here, so it's dead bug. So from here, okay, so same type of deal, but you're on your back.
It would be good.
You gotta let your back arch. Huh? Yes, yes. It takes some coordination. This one, you have to think about it for sure.
Ooh, I know what I need to work on.
Just one thing? Yeah.
This be one.
Good.
Ooh, it's not my jam.
So try planks, dead bugs, and bird dogs for support stuff. Now, are you not doing that?
No.
I was gonna say you will.
No, I'm good. No. This one was soft.
There you go. Try not to arch your back when you do it. Keep your back flat. If you find that your back is arching, you could put like a little towel roll behind your back to give you just that little feedback to keep your back flat. So you're pressing down into that towel.
Well, that can help Tammy. She's talking about her anterior seal. Her pelvis. Yeah? Yeah, Tammy.
Absolutely.
Yeah? Maybe put your hand. Can you set your arm, huh?
That looks good. That looks good, Jack.
Small your back. Yeah, and then push against your hand. Yeah, you were talking about how you can get that pelvis, right?
Yeah, that was
Wow.
You know,
Yeah, it's like new. My body was, woo!
you don't see me.
A lot of good information. I appreciate you keeping it focused too, because there are so many exercises.
There is a lot of exercises, but I mean, if you start, these are some real good core ones to focus on. Okay, so I mean, there's so many videos out there of people doing various things, and they say this is what you gotta do. You know,
yeah,
so
that's what's so.
it's hard. It's hard.
I think for me, it's now sitting down and figuring out what would 1 week of workout look like, and then the subsequent week, and then the next, like how, you know what I mean, kind of putting up that
So
sequence.
find yourself 2 days out of the week that you can, spend doing some strength training. Now, what they say, especially for women, now that are menopause or perimenopause, you don't have to be spending an hour, 2 hours in the gym lifting, okay? They're saying like 30 to 40 minutes maybe, max, okay? You get your core stuff in there and do it, okay? And especially, as you start lifting heavier. But if you just start with this basic list here, I mean, that gets a lot of them, and then add your core work. I think you got a good foundation. Okay. Let's start. So get yourself. So if you don't have a partner or somebody to work out with, and you're just starting, get yourself a full body mirror, okay, so that you can see yourself doing these things, okay. Especially if you're doing this at home. If you go to the gym, maybe you'll have a partner or somebody that you can work with. You guys can work together and look and say, hey, is this look like good form? But again, what I'm going to stress when you start doing this, don't start adding weight too quickly, okay? Make sure you have good, proper form. Like I said, it's going to take anywhere from 8 to, could be 12 months before you start building up to where you can actually start lifting some heavy stuff. If that's what you're working towards, okay? That doesn't mean you have to, okay?
With people like myself and Harry, we've had knee replacements, a lot of the pounding is a concern. So like the jumping, or what we were saying, putting a lot of weight down quickly, is that gonna impact a joint replacement, or should we be a little bit
mean, I don't think, you don't need to be doing anything extremely explosive or, you know, be these huge jumps. Like just take, like I said, you know, dropping those heels, start there. Or, and then maybe going from a little step, you know, from a little curve and just hop down, okay? Start there. You could maybe just try stomping a little more, okay?
I can do that at least once a day.
Just work on getting some forces through your,
I guess it's like jump rope.
yeah, you can do jump rope, yeah, for sure. And,
I trip on it,
yeah.
fall, break something.
But yeah, try to incorporate a little bit of jumping. I mean, walking is good, but try to add a little jumping to it. Okay? 'Cause that's what's going to really help you with the density.
Play hopscotch. Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
play hopscotch. That'd be fun. Andrew says hopscotch.
Hopscotch.
Get some ice cream. Nothing, no. I got spray paint, we can, spray paint some hopscotch.
After Brian. Thank you, Tricia.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you,
Yes.
Tricia. This is extremely helpful.
Okay, good.
Thank
I
you
hope so.
very much.
I hope so.
I do have a question. Is that if I had like 0 degrees flexibility in one end, like 1 degree in the other, I really did it, is
That's going to affect your
my
arm.
squats?
Yeah.
We talked about it so much.
That would be right. Careful, you're talking, but the,
I was,
that's probably what you're doing.
I had, you know, years ago, I had one of those legs in cast, took the cast off, and
Yeah.
I was good to go.
All right.
oh,
Do this. I'm gonna touch your back.
thank you.
Yeah.
So
What are
caring.
you doing to try to improve that flexibility?
I do a lot of, incline more